What's up YouTube, welcome back with another video. So you can see this is the new 135 that I got recently. I hope you guys already seen the video, and in this video I'm gonna talk a lot more about this motorcycle. Wait a second. Yes, bit traffic today is a Sunday, and I'm gonna quickly fill some fuel in it as always. So first I'll go to the ATM. Where is the ATM? Sorry, out of cash. Stupid machine. Search for another nearest ATM. 30 son. So the reason that I'm making this video is all about tell you guys all about this 135 and my future plans about this motorcycle. Here I can see another ATM. Let's see. From the cash, give my card back. Give my card back, bitch. I'm always dreamed of 135 with a valid documentation, and I got this motorcycle, and a lot of few people are already disappointed with the selling of my Suzuki Shogun, but yes, there is a huge issue, guys. Like you see the new regulations, right? And a lot of people, you people are also asking me about this new scrappage policy. So I'm gonna clarify you. So basically what happened was the rule is all about there is no renewals after April 2022. So if you have to do any legal work about this motorcycle, any documentation work, do it under April 2022. So you can renewal your RC till 2022 April 1st. After that there is no option for you to renewal. So make sure you renewal your motorcycles under April 2022. So we really don't know after that what is the scenario, but if your motorcycle have a valid document, you can ride your motorcycle after that period also, until your validity got expired. So make sure your motorcycle papers are valid as soon as possible. If it's expire, make sure to validate as soon as possible, because after April 2022 it's impossible to do it as per the government rules. And a lot of people are worried about this new policy, and also including me. I also got a bit scared of about this policy, because I also recently got this motorcycle, paying huge amount of bills. So this motorcycle recently got validated, so this motorcycle is valid till 2026. So any rules, any kind of laws, I still can ride this motorcycle legally till 2026. So there is no issue for me till 2026. So if your motorcycle have no documents, then it's a big issue for you. Get all your paperwork done under this time. You guys have another 1 year to do, so do something, get your motorcycle validated and ride it on the roads. Hopefully if they increase some taxes, and if they allow two strokes, that's fine. We are able to pay those taxes for the two stroke. That's absolutely fine with me, and I hope you guys also fine with that. There is no issue with the money, but if they ban two strokes, then it's a big trouble for me and you guys too. let's pray God for not to ban the two strokes. Don't worry about that. We really don't know. There is much more time. Be some other laws will come into. Hopefully, if they allow with some higher taxes, that's fine. Let's see. Time decides all. And I'm running my motorcycle in the cat silencer, and a lot of few people are happy about it, and some people are not happy, unfortunately, because some people want the exhaust note, but unfortunately with this motorcycle it's not possible. And the reason that I'm sticking with this cat is all about I really don't want to get into a lot of ice. Also, cat silencer is pretty much rare. You really can't find one. If you find it also, some people are selling it starting from 8k to 12k. Yeah, maybe I love the smoothness from the cat silencer. That's why I really don't want to change the exhaust. All the people who are asking me about change the exhaust, sorry to disappoint you guys, but for a couple of months I want to ride it with the cat silencer, and the power is insane from this silencer. And another update, a lot of people asking me whether you will port the motorcycle, what are the upgrades you want to do for your motorcycle. For now, I don't have any plans to modify. I really want to keep it stock as possible, except for few changes like the RD350 handlebar and a few other changes for my comfort like the seat, etc. I really love the way it looks as a stock, so I'm not gonna change it or any kind of modification onto this motorcycle, so you can expect stock videos. Recently, 2 days back, I changed the spark plug from normal Bosch spark plug to BP7. I really forgot the name. What is BP7H? I'll keep the number on the screen right now. So I changed to that plug, that is cold plug. And a lot of people asking me for exhaust note, right? So this is the idling sound of my cat. You can see the exhaust note. There is some vibrations near the shocks. Ignore for that. So not sound that great, but okay for me. So basically you can see the silver stickers, right? So for black motorcycle the stickering comes in a brown color, but for this motorcycle I installed silver color kind of stickering. This is for the blue color tank. This is supposed to be a stick on the blue color tank, but I sticked it on the black, and it really looks kind of different and very good. A lot of people don't do this, and I did it. It's kind of eye catchier. The silver accent to the sticker is really good. So I only said to a lot of people, don't use 2T oil pumps, use the premix. But I really want to try it, so I just tried it on this motorcycle. So the pump is working absolutely fine, but for my riding skill, I think the 2T oil ratio is not sufficient for this motorcycle. So I'm gonna quickly stop the 2T oil pump as soon as possible, and I'm gonna quickly turn into the premix guy. So I'm gonna do the premix after completing this 2T oil. I think this 2T oil will last long for me, around another 2000 kilometers, and I'm sure that I can do it in another 1.5 month, 1 month maybe. And I'll start using 2T oil in the tank from today, some 10 to 20 ml. I'll put it in the tank for every 1 liter. For now, the 2T oil pump, I'm using extra 20 ml for the safety. My suggestion, don't go for 2D oil pump. Premix is best. Yeah, and this is how my motorcycle looks like. I don't know, is that weird for me, or is that happens with all the two strokers. After painting my tank and after restoring everything, I really want to stare my motorcycle for a couple of hours. Literally, everybody beside my home looking me weird because I'm just staring at my motorcycle all the time. I change everything basically when I got this motorcycle. This motorcycle don't have a lot of components that have right now. So first of all, let's come from the back. So I changed one of these indicators. I changed the tail light, what is it called, the tail light box. I changed the luggage carrier. I changed with the cat silencer. I changed the new toolbox, and I changed the 5-speed kicker shaft, I mean kick rod, 5-speed kick rod, and I changed the carburetor. So basically when I got this motorcycle came with non-Japan carburetor, so I added made in Japan carburetor, and I did some modifications to the fuel pump, sorry, oil pump, and I added the new 2T oil pipe, and I added the new spring. For the power box I added stickering visco, sorry, it's called Visico something. So that makes the pistons for performance motorcycle. So soon I'm gonna get that piston and install in this motorcycle. And I also changed the mirrors, and I also changed the handlebar to RD350 handlebar, and I changed the wiring kit. And you can see the pilot box wiring kit also have changed everything. And the only thing that I have to change, the front tire. The rims are good, I just cleaned it, shiny as well. So I'm gonna get a front tire, brand new one. And the rear tire lasts for another 2000 kilometers, so that's fine for me. So yeah, I also changed the cone set, I also changed the fork oil seals, I also changed the gear shaft, sprocket, as well as the push rod shaft oil seals. So it's kind of brand new now, except for few parts that I have to change. I'll change it in the future. So this is all about my 135. And I also forgot to show you one thing. One second. I am not able to hop from the left side because I got an injury on the left knee, so ignore for that. I'll always hop on this motorcycle from the right side. And if you see this, get it done. So this handle lock is absolutely working, and I really don't know, and I never used it on a RX 135, this handle lock. So first you have to do it on anti-clockwise, and then push it inside, and quickly turn it right side. So it's locked. So it went inside, right? You can see it, right? I hope you guys can see it. So now it locked. Now it's locked. And to unlock it again, put the key again, and sorry, put the key again. Holy shit, it's not coming, guys. Holy fuck. So I locked it and it's unlocked. It's not unlocking now. What the fuck is this? So basically it's stuck. Yeah, it got now. So it clocked anti-clockwise, came out, and you have to turn it clockwise, remove the key. So yeah, it's kind of hard. All about this motorcycle. I hope you guys like this vlog. Give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I'll keep on posting more two-stroke content on this channel. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in another video. Until then, peace.